Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the week ahead video. My name is Stephen Melly, and the focus of this video is to look at charts on FX predominantly, identify market cycles and harmonics where we can enter into these trends. But ultimately, we're really trying to get trades that are only in line with market cycle. And market cycle boiled down is ultimately a trend. We want to trade in line with the trend, and we use certain techniques to identify where we are in that trend to give us context and a bias. So here we go. Before I start, trading is risky. Synergy Markets, which operates this signal service, is regulated by the FCA. However, the signal service itself is an unregulated activity because there is no personal recommendation. So as a retail client, you're not going to be offered the same protections as you may expect as a retail client. Let's start. October's been a theme recently. We've had conditions that are unusual. I've not been involved with markets and seen such conditions recently where we've had a US government shutdown, no US data. We have Trump and his tweets, which is ultimately the driver of a lot of markets at the minute. He tweeted about 100% tariffs after market. He's created an absolute bloodbath for Monday morning, potentially. A couple of $1 trillion wiped off the stock market. Crypto's absolutely folded in half. And it begs the question, these are not ideal landscapes to be trading in. So we have to tread carefully. Lots of landmines dotted about. You have to avoid them. When the data gets back on side, we shall see. But we have seen some of our themes of late start to play out. Now, we have been speaking for a long time about the US dollar and the CAD. We've actually got that move. We took both these trades last week. We took US dollar here. I'll go over what we saw here, but ultimately it played out really nice. So you can look at this zoomed up front like we are here. This is the half an hour chart, and maybe we have something on the hour chart. See if there's some new skills you can pick up from these videos. So we're a believer of markets working in threes, and what that means is when we can count three, we are going to be realizing that the trend is going to not just continue up. The probability of that is low. So we are identifying where price can fall to. So we took these trades in line. For example, in this one, we saw a 1 and a 2, and we anticipated there'd be a third. That's just how markets work. We saw price grinding here, making that didn't actually break these lows, believe it or not. These are all tests here. But then we did make a clear change and a break, retest, and we took an entry on the break of the structure. We ultimately knew there'd be stops here, and that's what the fuel was for the fire. So we've got a similar setup now. We've just broken this twice. Now, for me, we're setting up another entry, so I'm going to be carefully looking at this one. Now, if I look at it in a bigger picture, we can see more reveal. We also have this 1, 2, and now we're counting here 1, 2. So we are waiting for a pullback to the nearest structure here or here. We're going to be monitoring how price respects here or here. But either way, that's a 1, that's a 2. I'm looking for something like this. And when we get up to here, this is another chapter. You know, it's like a book. This is chapter 1, all of this, and this is chapter 2. So the story begins ultimately here. This is where we want to be identifying trades. So moving more onto the US dollar basket, I just wanted to show you how the 3 push count has worked here. The pattern that we abide by in all of our decision making here is this very. When I was first shown this, I was like, is this guy just taking a pen for a walk? You know, what's going on? And then having given it a bit of time and looked at it properly, I realized that it's not just a random walk. This is why you have to have an open mind in trading. Now, anyone will look at that and think, what the is this guy talking about? This, ladies and gents, is the market cycle. It is exactly as it is seen. It's like how can I say, an untouched, finished article. You know, there's no change, there's no extra sequels to it. This is it. Now, what I've drawn here, if I label it up for you, there is the code for it is MAAW. Now, this is intentional. This is all intentional, guys. Have you ever heard of Tom DeMark's? There's a There's basically a chart analyst called Tom DeMark, and he counts nines as his indicator. All of that theory comes from here. In a trend, we have an M at the top. This is a downtrend, by the way. We have an M, A, A, W. Within each of these cycles, the same pattern repeats itself. You've got one, two, three, consolidate, one, two, three, consolidate, one, two, three, consolidate, blah, 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 blah. So we've had it here. You can see it all here. You can see one, two, three, consolidate, one, two, three, consolidate, one, two, three, W. We are down here expecting higher prices. You flip this around, if you could turn the page backwards, so this ends up over here, you'll be doing this on the way up. Three pushes per move, consolidate, three pushes, consolidate. Market works in threes. Anyway, there we are. Let me save that because I don't want to lose it. So we're coming into the middle of October. We expect, not middle, early middle, we're expecting trades to start shaping up, and they are indeed shaping up. So we are waiting for, what are we waiting for here? We had a break of structure and a retest. That's good to know. It's not a, is it a, let me see what sort of a, so we've had a break and a retest. We need to just see it. We're really, this is, if you're looking at the instruction manual, we are, if there's 10 steps, we're at 0.8. So very close to completing a setup here. Change break, retest, 1, 2, 3 to the low. We want to see how this is going to behave. We'll let price decide. I'm not going to just watch this. It will tell me when it's ready. So US dollars one for next week. USD CAD was the one that we have been calling out for a long, long time, and we got the move finally. So we've played this a number of times, and we've played it down here. We've also played it at, where else did we get it? Was it down there? It was at 25. We caught it. What made us catch it at 25? Where did we get it at 25? Anyway, 925 was our entry. What did I see? 530. There's a 45 entry and a 25 entry. So the 45 entry, we also got this down here as well. We've taken this multiple times. Have a look in the Telegram chat. The last trade was, what did I see? I'm just trying to have to remind myself. That's it. We saw the change and we saw the break, and we knew there's going to be a rush for a 3. What this is set up now is a change. We've got a change of structure. This is big. Price isn't going to treat that like a butter. It's going to chop and change, but we got the change, then we want to see the break. We got the first consolidation. Remember that pattern? This top isn't always an M, it's sometimes an A top, but either way, it's 1, 2, 3, W. 1, 1, 2, 3. Expect another consolidation and a push. This is one that looks really good as well. Have to wait on it. It's not quite ready to move yet. So moving on, what else do we see? Where to start? Let's just start at the beginning here. We've got AUD CAD. AUD CAD's been sort of going against for, no, it's quite nice actually now. Let's put it into context what we're seeing on this one. That little red diagram is the pattern. You can see that pattern here on the way up and on the way down, just to reinforce that it is a real concept. On the way up here, brought us to a high, and on the way down, this accelerated move. When you see moves like this, the second zone's part of it. So it can be tricky. Now, what do we see on the way up? We see a 1 and we see a 2. This is also a change. I need to see more. That's not a break of structure. I need to see a break of structure. That's an aggressive move down. It begs to be seen if that is going to pick up again, but ultimately ABCD finishes here. And you can see how the blue ABCD, AB equals CD finish down here was also a nice one. Moving on, AUDCHF. This has been a real slow son of a bee. Here's the pattern market cycle on the way up, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I'm not zoomed in enough for you to see it too clearly. And on the way down, this is dragged out because it's gone out for so long. So we had a 1, and then you can see the red harmonics. These are the swings the market likes for this particular FX pair. And then another consolidation, and then we're starting this, look, 1, 2. You just got to see these things that keep the rule. That, guys, is absolutely savage. That is savage. And it was really, well, you can go back and look at the videos. We drew all this out, and it's playing out now. We do the first zone, second zone. This was getting, okay, am I wrong? Back to the bottom of the zone. It's going to chop here or hold. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Not for me. I'm not going to be trading that. AUD USD is a thing of beauty. I'll show you why on the daily. We have So we have our map here, 1, 2, 3 to the low, 1, 2, 3 up. We are here at the minute on the precipice of dropping hard. 1, 2. I want to get into this big time. We got into it, folks. We got into it here. So anyone still short that's a very good point. That is a really good point because we shorted that one here and our stops never got threatened at all. That's done 120 pips. That is gonna continue, I believe, in our favor. Yeah, that was a fantastic trade. Jeez. So we got this, but that's an absolute belter of a trade. Let's have a look on the 4 hour, what it's saying. Nothing much going on there. On the 1 hour here, this is where it sort of pops out at you. So we've got the first lower low, lower high, and within that you can see the change, break, retest, and the entry here to continue lower. This is going to be a big push to lower low, lower high, and we look to resume that trend lower. 1 week of drop so far, that's not enough for a sequence, so we'll continue to watch. Euro AUD, beast mode, God mode, whatever mode. The thing for us is that we're just following the yellow brick road, which is the market cycle. We've got level 1 in red, we've got level 2 in green. If anyone's saying that this stuff isn't right, look at that market move. That is insane. Gets me so excited seeing that sort of thing. Anyway, we're moving here to complete the ABCD. I am waiting. I'm stalking this guy because it's been a son of a bitch to me. But I'm absolutely waiting for this guy to give me what I want to see. I want to see some work up here. Let me delete that for now. I want an alert up there, really. So this one's fantastic. You can see the cycle here to level 1, level 2. We went for the Gartley here, actually. There was a Gartley here that failed. No, it gave us 20, it gave us 15 odd pips, but ultimately came down to do a double bottom. And we're watching this one now to continue rocketing. Fantastic setup. EuroCAD, tough one. I mean, you can see the clear high, 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 low, high, 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 low. But for me, it's completed the big ABCD. A, B is equal to CD here, and that's the top of consolidation too. I think we're going to get a drift down lower on this one, so not going to actively trade it. Euro NZD is another thing of beauty. You can see the market cycle clearly. Level 1, level 2, just more ahead of Euro AUD. You know, we've done this 1, 2, 3 retest, and it looks like it wants to push again big. An incredible looking move. I mean, we've been in that, so you know that's really been incredible for us. Euro USD. So Euro USD is again very sort of fantastic harmonics going on in the blue. Massive sell-off into the 78.6. We're just drifting lower now. We can see 1, 2, 3 to the high. 1, 2, fake break 3. Pull back. Surely we're going to test down here. It's a little bit more strength to back up the US dollar trade. GBP AUD, aggressive move out, that half a Batman formation. 1, 2, 3 to the high. Aggressive moves. That sort of move is, you know, it's either going to be a bit of a flop and retrace lower. We'll have to see Sunday night. But this was all based on Trump's stupid tweet, ultimately. The GBP CAD's one I'm looking at. I really love this. Level 1, level 2. We can see where we are. We can see this behavior of higher highs and higher lows over the 50 EMA. What am I waiting for exactly? It's a good question. I am waiting for a breakdown here, and I want to see development here to be able to send out some longs. So there are trades setting up, and we are going to be taking them. No question about that. GBP USD, this guy is also rebasing, getting a bit of a reality check. ABCD in blue, sort of in the zone, potentially a second zone of consolidation there, and to kick on higher. We'll have to wait and see. Nothing clear cut. NZD CAD, absolute pig trough of a pair. Had a loser on this one. Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 1 consolidation. At the minute, inverse shoulder, head, shoulder. Yeah, why not buy that? Well, we tried, and it absolutely killed us. We tried our trick up here, didn't play out. Thought I saw the pattern play here. W didn't play out. That's how it goes. NZD, USD, another one of our stunners. We took the Gartley and it sold off lovely all the way into the lows. Let's just remind ourselves we sold here and we've gotten all this. The guys, that is just, it's a skill. It's a skill, and it, you know, is super, super pleasing, sorry. Uh, Gold, crazy. This, no, I mean, this formation here, it's just dashed out from it. Absolutely aggressive monster. But like Bitcoin, I'll show you soon, it's done its 3 months of high. I think that's it personally. Really need to get this dollar bought. Gold, silver is just absolutely insane as well, from 30 to 50, playing around at this highs. If you want to get burnt, play there. You might get away with it. Bitcoin, same thing. You know, we have this one, two, three. Then we had this red guy warning us, green, big green up here, trapped buyers. That for me, I think this is selling off. Where that's going to take the broader market, I'm unsure. Stellar is a dog's dinner at the minute, but obviously this is long term back to 2018 consolidation. Are we going to come back down to here? If we do, my bags are ready. But yeah, horror at the minute, not doing what I want. It needs to break higher. Potential's obviously there. Story's intact. It is still a great idea. I'm just a bit impatient with it. Let's have a look what else we've left off. Wall Street, huge correction, 2.5%. One, two, three. It's always going to be around the corner when we are at the end of counts. This could do something horrendous, at half even from down to here, no problem at all. Market could be ultra dangerous here. But folks, that's it. I'm not going to go on anymore. They're the main things to look at. If you're interested in, first of all, signals might be a bit of a leap too far, but you know, predominantly this is a trade signal service. We send these videos every week and we send a daily isolation video. But what we do is we send out 1 to 2 trades max a day, sometimes none. And you know, we're looking to get into the trend, ride positions long term as well, but there's always jump off points, TP1, 2, and 3. There's a description in this video if you're interested. There's also another community, my other one called Melons Trade, where we're able to talk in a Telegram group where we're discussing trades, because the delivery of the telegrams is just a one-way street from me. So if you're interested in that, there's the descriptions in on this video. There's also a free guide to harmonics and market cycles if anyone's interested as well. All right, folks, thanks very much. Cheers. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.